Just ahead.
As the sun starts to set, you're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Well, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from all of us here at EA Sports to all of you on this Christmas Day. We so appreciate you joining us with Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, it is always a unique moment finding yourself playing on Christmas, right? It's the holiday atmosphere all throughout the stadium. We're seeing Santa hats, we're seeing those Christmas-like necklaces, but it's also a really important end-of-the-season game in regards to both playoff and draft position.
Yeah, Kate, that's really well said. And last century, I got to play in an Aloha Bowl on Christmas Day, and I can still close my eyes.
The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. Returns looking good so far. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game he had last week, stuffing the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win. There's certainly some momentum to build on today.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need one more now on 3rd down. From midfield now. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46. To throw it on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 41. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They kick the running back in motion. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he will take this in. Touchdown! These guys finish up an excellent opening series. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. And he's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. Setting up to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Evans now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And they'll have a veteran leading them out. It's their 9th-year quarterback.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
down after a nice gain and a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Finds the in route complete. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Falcons will have a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they take him down right along the 30. That one gains 7. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. They go play action here. Throwing this back in the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They're throwing it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The Falcons calling the field goal team's number this time. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the deficit stays at 7.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The visitors and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And it's been such an incredible season for him. As we play our final month of football, he's leading the NFL in passing yards. Throwing it to start this drive. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throw on 3rd down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left with 4th down here. Out comes the kick team to attempt this field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that will add to their score.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. And Brock, we got a pretty good idea how a lot of the playoff picture is going to shake out, but still some time left for things to change near the end of the season. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the punter gives him new life and this 1st down. Man in motion, out of the slot. They go play action on 1st. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Throwing it again here. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived.
Defense.
And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that 1st down. Hits him on the out route. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Short throw, tipped. Oh, but he still got it. And he's able to get this down to the 36. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
From the 36. That's completed right side. They haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's a 10-0 ball game. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score. From the 16. It's inside the 10. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Well, now this is certainly going to make 2nd and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss. But give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating, and it's going to make it a more difficult now 2nd and goal situation.
Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take second and goal now from the 13. Another try following the sack. He completes it in traffic. And he drives this forward to the 6. They've held him out twice. Here we go. Third and goal. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons start to fight back with their first points of this game. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Ford on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together finding the end zone. Throwing now on first down. Hits his running back. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give him a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the first down.
Throwing from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Throw left side, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Here's a throw. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise, you deliver, and that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Punting unit out now. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Surprisingly, had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The Falcons ready for their next possession. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. To the air now on 1st and 10. It is caught left side. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to drive up past the 40. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
At the 43-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in the phone booth yet. Have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
41. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 41. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Falcons with some work to do, trailing in this game. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue to see.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to offer a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. from the 44 here on second down. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. They need some extra time to think over third and long. We've got a timeout. From midfield now. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. One final shot before halftime. And the catch is made for the touchdown. These guys take a lead on the final play of the half. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
And his kick is good. What an ending to our opening half as they take the lead. And with that, we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. And yes, I'm going to be the one to say it, partner. Both teams hoping to find a present waiting for them in the second half. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the...
Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after this one. We're jumping past halftime and getting right back to the start of the second half. This return starts at the 5. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
I love that. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Complete out to the right side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Tight end going in motion here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Right up the gut. And he doesn't get much. A small pickup down to the 42. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
He'll throw it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Throwing on 3rd and long. That'll be complete to Ford. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives them the first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run here from the gun. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. From the gun, Johnson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd down from the gun. Short pass brought in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. He gets 6 on that play. And they're going to have a 1st down. Running back sent in motion. Back to pass on 1st and 10. He's got it near the 8. He makes it in for the touchdown. These guys push their lead further to start the half. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys double their lead to 14. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. On 1st down, they'll run. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Tight end in motion left. Throw on 3rd down. He's got a man left. And this one doesn't go far.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Breaks the tackle, still going. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. This offense making its way back out now. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that follow. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
brings up second and 5.
They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. He's got it on the bootleg. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
2nd and 10 now. Hits him on the out route. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Throw left side, complete. And they take him down right along the 30. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ball start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. 2nd and 13. It's complete to Ford. They get 13 on the pickup. And they'll have first down.
First down, Orlando.
Sending the tight end in motion left. First down from the red zone. He has the touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared and, more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys stretch their lead to 21.
Falcons 10.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Here's Carter on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. On to the field runs the Atlanta offense. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. Throwing now from the gun. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Hand off to the back. And he'll take this up to around the 29-yard line. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll throw it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. Running in the red zone. And he's in. Touchdown. These guys make them pay for turning it over. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Kicking team out to try the extra points. Right down the middle. It's good. And his guys grow their lead yet again. So just a lone quarter remains in our Christmas Day game. And after that last-second score in the third, we'll resume play with a kickoff. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Evans now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Connect on first, it's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. Play action on 1st down. Finds his back complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Pass play coming here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Coaches challenged him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
It's second and 8.
Another carry for him. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Call it 5 yards on the play. It's going to be 4th down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Punt team on the field. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. The Falcons returning their offense and this running back to the field. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Stiff arm success. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They're set up at the 35 now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll try and throw it here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they bring him down around the 34. They made it just 1 yard there. It's going to be 4th and 9. Out comes the field goal unit as they try this one. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Falcons headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Throwing the out route complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He'll throw it yet again. Finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 3 now.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
From the 48. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
Throwing from the gun here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
6-yard loss.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved, and a sign that this group did their homework and they're making it pay on the field.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
42-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And they get this down to the 28. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Looking to the air here. Finds the in route complete. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing it again here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Falcons will have a 1st. They'll throw it again. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Still sticking with the passing game. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Space on the right, he's got room. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys continue piling onto this lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Here's Carter on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. It is caught left side. And he'll get get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing off the play fake here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why. And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
One final shot here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And it's a very happy holiday for these guys as they take the victory here on Christmas. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. A nice showing here from our winners as we say goodbye from Atlanta.